Do you ever watch your favorite Minecraft PvP YouTubers and look at their PvP montages and go, how do they get it so smooth? I mean, I get it that they have a good PC, but when I play, I have decent FPS and like a good quality in-game settings as well. So when I record, why don't I get it like this? Well, I have the answer to that. Anybody can achieve those results, but it's technically not for anybody because it's mainly for high-end PCs, but since I have a low-end PC and I'm dedicatedly doing it for low-end PC users, I want to tell you that it is possible, but you have to pay a price. And I'll tell you about it later on. Now take a look at these footages. Yeah, it's possible, and I have a very potato PC. Want to know how to do this? Then you are definitely in the right place. Follow along through the video till the end, and I guarantee you that you will like the results. Well, before anything, I would like to tell you that people who have higher end PCs will always be having an edge, and the process will always be faster for them because, well, they have a better end PC, which means they have a better and powerful GPU, and it'll take lesser time, which is pretty self-explanatory. So remember, I was talking about a price that you have to pay if you want to achieve this result. Well, the price is nothing but time. So basically, it can take a lot of time for low-end PCs, and personally for me, when I tried it out, it took a lot of time. I'm gonna tell you that. Depending on how bad your PC is, it might not even be done in one day. That's just the truth. That's just how it is. Anyways, I'll show you guys my specs and everything that you need to know, I guess. So there is an app called Specky, and it tells you the summary and everything in detail that you need to know. Alright, before I actually begin, I would like to thank CTT's Discord server, Collier Tweak Tips. I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong, but the work you've done is amazing and is so underrated. Without the help of the people in this server, I wouldn't have been able to achieve this. Let's just get it straight. I 100% recommend you to join this server because there's too much, like too much. It has info about renders, upscaling your videos, automated bat file scripts, and much more tech related if you are a fan of PCs. Everything that you need is in the Discord, so I recommend you that you definitely join this Discord to get the maximum amount of support and ask about any help. Trust me, they are great when it comes to help and are great people. Link to their Discord will be the top link in the description. And throughout this video, I will be mentioning this Discord a lot of times because 99% of the support I got is from here. And the 1% is just your PC and you actually following the process. Anyways, I'm talking too much again. Let's just get straight into my OBS settings now. Alright, so now we come to the part of actually recording our gameplay or footage of your PvP games. And for that, obviously, you need a recording software. I tested it with 3 different softwares: OBS, Fraps, and Bandicam, and arguably I have to give it to OBS. So now we are in OBS. You head over to the settings. Now the most important sections under settings are your output tab, video tab, and maybe the advanced tab, but that's up to you. Now in the output tab, you set the output mode to advanced and not simple, then you will get more set of options. Since you are not streaming anything, you skip the streaming tab for now. Just keep it how it is, as you can see in the screen, and just straight go to recording. Now this is the most important part. Before I joined CTT's Discord, I had all my settings messed up and my recording with OBS would be disastrous, even at 30 FPS. So yeah, it was pretty bad. I'll show you one of the clips that I recorded in OBS before I had the right settings. So take a look. So yeah, thanks to the people in the Discord, they helped me figure out everything, so yet again I recommend you to join it. For type, you select standard. Obviously, if you have FFmpeg installed, then it will show you custom output from FFmpeg. I won't recommend you to change it to custom output, even though I have FFmpeg installed, since I never actually tried it. And I am not sure what it does, so just stick to standard. Generate file name without space, keep it unchecked. Now, recording format, MP4 obviously, or you may use whatever you wish, that depends on you and your PC. Now, encoder. Now this is important. Now if you have a GPU which is lower than the GTX series, I'm talking about NVIDIA by the way, because I don't know anything about AMD cards. So that means that your GPU won't be having its own NVENC encoder, because the GPUs which are having the GTX series, it will have its own NVENC encoder and it will not use your CPU. And if it doesn't have the NVENC, it will have the X.264. That means it will use your CPU instead of your GPU to encode the video that you will record. Rescale output, uncheck that, because that can be taken care of in the video section. Custom muxer settings, I have no idea what that means, so just leave it blank, or you may find out what it is if you wish to do so. Rate control. I personally use CRF. I used to use CBR, but when I did use CBR, my recordings were just messed up badly. I changed it to CRF. And I put the value to CRF14 since it's optimal for my PC, and I don't want to push it too far since it's pretty potato anyway. Keyframe interval, no need to mess with that. CPU usage, higher it is, the lesser CPU usage. So I've set mine to ultra fast, and it'll probably work for you as well. Profile is set to high, which is moderate enough, and tune, keep it blank. Then you press apply, and then OK. Replay buffer, I have it disabled, but if you choose to have it enabled, what it does is that it behaves like shadow play, but comes with the customizability and features of OBS. It's very useful because you can choose to only save what you've recorded in the last X seconds, for example 10 or 20, you can set it with the press of a button only. That'll force you to save what you are looking for instead of having to go through every fight to see where you are getting combos. Alright, next up is the video tab. Now base canvas resolution is basically the resolution of your monitor that you have to put in to get the full screen display recording. If you put something lower, it will become pretty smaller and will have black bars in your video. It might. I'm not sure, I haven't really tried it. If you put it higher, the video will become large and will not fit entirely within your canvas and will become like very wide. So I do not recommend it at all. Output scale resolution, always put it to either below or same as your original resolution of your monitor. In my case, it's 1600/900, so I keep it like that. Now you can check the original resolution of your monitor. What you need to do is just right click on your desktop, go to display settings, then go to display, and then scroll down. You'll see advanced display settings, and then there it will show your original desktop resolution. You can see mine is 1600/900, so better keep it that or something below. Don't go higher, it will mess everything up. Downscale filter, there are 4 options. Put it to bilinear since it's the fastest, and as you can see, it will also add its own blur somewhat. It'll just make it look nicer, so bilinear is the way to go. FPS. this is where you set in how much FPS you want to record your video in, and this is different from in-game FPS. The FPS that you see in-game will not be the same as the FPS you record your video in. If that would be the case, then my PC would just die. Anyway, set it to fractional FPS values because it will allow your PC to set higher FPS than it will allow you for common FPS values because it's pretty high and it will not be saved. This is mainly for people who want to record in like very high FPS, like such as a 120, 360, 480. Those are all for high-end PCs. I do not recommend for lower-end PCs. Personally, I put it to 60. You put the 1 in denominator since it's fraction and anything divided by 1 is the same as in numerator, so you get the deal. I tried it with 120 FPS as well. It worked decent, but always 60 FPS is just going to be much smoother. Depends on your PC. You can just always tweak around with the FPS value, but this is mainly for low-end PCs, so you get the deal. Alright, so we are almost done with the OBS settings. Last but not least is the advanced section. Personally, I haven't even touched this section that much. If you feel like it, you can pause the video and copy these settings. These work pretty good for me. The important part here would be to determine the color space. I have it on 709. If you want more saturation on the video to give like a color boost or make it more colorful, or if you want it less saturated, you can play around with it. What you see on the screen right now is a list of Lunar mods sorted from least to most impactful in performance. Green being the one which won't make much difference or affect your FPS as much, and red being the ones that will definitely affect your FPS quite a bit. Now, this is again available in the CTT Discord, so please join. I cannot stress it enough. Now, I'll show you the Lunar client mods that I use personally. 1.7 visuals. It doesn't really do much. Just your normal 1.7 visuals makes the game look better. FPS, self-explanatory. You get this. You get to see your in-game FPS. CPS, you can have it on. Obviously that depends on you. If you like to see your FPS and how high FPS you're getting, then definitely take it. Toggle sprint, because yes, who would manually hold the sprint key? Zoom, it's a cool little mod. It'll add like a special zoom effect like this. Hypixel mods, I have nothing but just the auto GG, doesn't matter that much. Potion effects, yes, I need to know. Waypoints, not really sure what it does, you can just turn it off. Scoreboard, you turn it off, that goes away. Depends on you. I personally turn it on since I need to know the opponent's ping. Chat, I turn it on. Particle multiplier, again, it's a little bit better, I guess, when it comes to aiming for B. Now, motion blur. Okay, for this, you need to have fast render off. Now, it depends on your own taste. Personally, I like it, and if you don't like it, you can definitely turn it off and turn on fast render because it gives you more FPS. I have like a 60 Hz monitor, not a 144 Hz, so it's not as smooth without motion blur, and it helps me aim kind of better. Time changer, depends on you again, and I think that's about it. Menu blur does nothing. Yeah, that's just, it makes it look a little bit more nice. Alright, now time for my Minecraft settings. I'll just go through everything, you can check it out. FOV I have 84, sensitivity 67, these are all the keybinds. Now it's finally time to get into the big boy things to get that big boy FPS. Now this is the part in which you have to sacrifice a lot of time. FlowFrames is basically a video interpolation software which is open source, meaning it's totally free. Interpolation is a process where it takes 2 frames from the original clip and adds another same frame between those 2 frames with the help of an AI, and that AI is called Rife, R-I-F-E. Link to download this software will be in the description. Now keep in mind that it will take some time to set everything up when you are using it for the first time, so let it do that, and when it will say status ready, you will be good to go and start interpolating. Now if you come to the interpolation tab, you select the input video that you want to interpolate and you choose an output video. Now let's say I want to do this. It will auto detect your FPS. Output directory is basically where your output video will be located. Now after you select your output directory, mine is in this folder. The output video file will be named something like this, 8x, because I interpolated from 60 to 480. That's 8 times 60, and as you can see, it's 480 frames per second. So now you have to select the interpolation factor. You go 2 times, 4 times, 8 times. The higher you go, the more time it takes. After you have selected everything, you press interpolate, and then you simply just wait. Time to render that hot clip that you have got after such long patience. If you don't have Vegas, there are tons of tutorials on how to get it for free. If you have already joined the CTT's Discord, they'll be providing you with a render plugin known as a vocoder, which is compatible for both Vegas and Premiere, and it's a great plugin to get great renders. Alright, so you open Vegas and you have this. Make sure that you have already installed vocoder. I will leave a link to vocoder for you to download in the description, so check it out. So I'm just gonna show you how I did it. I won't actually do it, but I'll still show you. This was the interpolated clip. You open it and then you drag it to the timeline. Just press yes. As you can see, it's 480 FPS and it matches. Now before doing anything, you see at the top right the settings icon. It's actually project settings. Now you click on it, then you want to do the following. So if you want to get HD, you can change the resolution to 1920 by 1080. I did it and it was not that bad. The quality didn't really become that bad anyways. So I would say it's a win-win. Then you set the frame rate to 60. Then you select full resolution rendering quality to best, motion blur type, box, and these two as it is. Pre-rendered files folder, you can just change it to wherever you want and then just press apply and OK. Then you go to render as. Now you see the formats. You click on vocoder and then you click on any one of them. I would suggest you click on project default, and then you customize the template. Now since I have already done it, I'll show you exactly what I did. Customize template. Before I open the vocoder dialog, one thing that you have to do is go to project and just change the video rendering quality to best and then leave it as it is. Then you might want to change the name of the template and save it before you press OK and exit out of this vocoder custom settings. Now you click on show vocoder dialog. It will open up vocoder. Now you have to only really care about this codec H.264. Same reason, since we don't have a powerful enough GPU, it won't have its own NVENC encoder. So presets general purpose. If you don't have a general purpose, it's recommended, and you click that and press apply. You go to options. Now if you see these, just copy as it is, and if it's different for you and you want to know which one is the best, you have to head over to the Discord and head over to the support channel and ask them which one will be the best, because their expertise will not let you down. Do not forget to rename this and save it, and then press OK. Now you select the output destination and then you name your render whatever you want, and then you press render, and boom, after your render is complete, you watch the clip and just enjoy how freaking smooth the final product looks. Anyways guys, I hope this video was informative to you and that you learned something new. if you have any doubts, feel free to let me know in the comments or join the CTT's Discord server and ask the experts themselves. Link to their Discord will be also in the top pinned comment. Now, if you still want me to make a separate tutorial on how to install FFmpeg and render with tmix on a pretty high resolution, then just hit the like button down below and let me know in the comments that you actually want to see it. And while you're at it, consider subscribing. I make Minecraft videos, mostly challenges or something interesting, or even PvP related. And yeah, that's about it. Thank you guys for watching and for all the support. I love you all, man, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care and peace.